In a world transformed by tech and global shifts towards flexible work arrangements, the possibilities are endless. So, if you are wondering how and where to land remote work as a Nigerian or African, you are in the right place. Stay glued, be attentive, and let's take you on the ride.
Not every job, not every fresh guy out there is a scam.
Exactly.
No.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to PLOTPOINT Stories, a platform where people come to share real life stories, life transforming stories, where you can hear stories that you can hear and step up your game and fall back to track. And so today we have a very important topic to discuss. Yes, you know that Nigeria is one of the countries that is known for high rate of unemployment. And I don't think this is only specific to Nigeria anyway, the world at large.
Yeah.
So today we are going to discuss a very important topic that will really give us an edge over the high rate of unemployment in this country. And so today with me, I have a VIP, someone who has been in this field for more than 4 years, and he's going to tell us the nitty-gritties to striving very, very high in this niche. And trust me, it's going to be exhaustive. So welcome today, Mr. OKZ Principal. Do me the honor to introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Success. So excited to be here finally. After lots of procrastinations, postpones, and so on. So, okay, a quick one. My name is OKZ Principal. I'm a human being. Sometimes I can be a writer, sometimes I can be a content creator, sometimes I can be a lead generation expert. But for the benefit of this interview, I'm just a Nigerian freelancer.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so.
Alright, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
I also hear that you're in the political space. You didn't mention that.
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm going to say the political space, because the term politician is a very big word that I can't even start describing myself as. But I can say that I'm an advocate for youth inclusion in politics and governance. So
okay.
I'm just that, advocate for youth inclusion, politics and governance.
Okay, so today we are discussing about remote work. For the benefit of those that might not really know what it entails, can you tell us what remote work is all about? Where we can go and get this remote work? Just give us an overview of what remote work is.
Okay, thank you so much. Remote work, I can say, remote work is a type of work where an employee or an individual has to work outside of the traditional work environment. Traditional work environment I meant is that people waking up in the morning as early as 5 a.m., taking their beds and rushing to the banking sector, just like you. So remote work is just that kind of work where you just, at the comfort of your home, you can just wake up. You don't even need to take your bed or brush your teeth per se. You can just wake up and rush to your computer and just start working. I mean, it's just any place, any location where it can be at a coffee shop, it can be at the mall, it can be on the street, it can be on the road, you can even be on transit and be doing your remote work. So just any work where you have to work, any place where you have to work outside of the traditional work environment. So that's just what remote work is about.
Okay. So what are the tools required?
Tools required for remote work. I think one of the tools that remote work requires is to have a dedicated workspace. Dedicated workspace I meant is, first of all, you have to have a computer. That's one. Because not everything, in as much as a mobile phone can do everything, but there are some limits the mobile phone can do. So you have to have a computer. I think that's one of the major tools of a remote work.
When you mentioned about workspace, the traditional workplace has a workspace. So what do you mean by workspace?
Well, workspace I meant is at home, maybe in your house, you can just have a dedicated, mind you, I said a dedicated workspace. It can just be a work table where your computer, you have your computer. If you are a video content creator, you have your ring lights, you have your mic, you have a microphone, and so on. So the workspace I meant is just that place where you can just wake up and just rush to and sit down and work
In the comfort of your home.
At the comfort of your home. So that's your workspace.
Okay, so now we have talked about the workspace, talked about the tools. Now, what are the necessary skills required for anyone to be hired?
Okay. First of all, for you to even start working remotely, you have to be conversant with technology.
So we have to leverage
They have to
technology.
be conversant with technology. And when people hear the word tech skills, they will feel that tech skills is all about programming, coding. It has to do with lots of codings and
That's
so
what I
on.
used to think.
but tech skill is so vast that we have a lot of skills in tech. Project management is a tech skill. Even content creation, even content writing is a tech skill. Copywriting too is a tech skill. Lead generation is a tech skill. Graphic design is a tech skill. So any work that you can just do remotely is generally just have that skill. I think that's one of the major skills to have remotely. Is just be conversant with tech and technology.
So just for the benefit of those that are watching, he is measuring on tech skill because technology is vital. It's at the center of remote work, right? So now, are there challenges that one can encounter while working remotely?
A lot of challenges.
This lab says a lot.
A lot of challenges.
Okay.
Because I can even use us as an example, because
Yes.
I think there was a time when we scheduled this particular interview.
Yes.
It was meant to be held remotely.
Yes.
But what I call the Nigerian factor stepped in. Nigerian factor I meant is that here in Nigeria, one of the major challenges of remote workers or freelancers in Nigeria is majorly, number one, electricity problem and poor internet connection.
Okay.
And also over the years, some Nigerians has painted the country in a very bad light on the internet. So what I meant is that all these fraudsters, all these, so they have really painted the country in a very bad light that you have to, like I shared on my WhatsApp community. Sometime last week, a friend of mine, not really a close friend, lost a gig of over $3,000.
What?
Just because she's a Nigerian.
What?
Just because she's a Nigerian.
$3,000 what?
$3,000. Just because she's a Nigerian. And also, me likewise, I think sometime last week I had an interview, a scheduled interview with a client, and over the interview, the Nigerian factor stepped in. The network started having some score and so on. So after going back and front, the client had to tell me, said, okay, Mr. Prince, you have a very good background. Your resume is very perfect. You have the experience, you have the expertise, you have the nitty-gritties of how to go about this work, but unfortunately, we will not be moving on with you. Why? Because this job requires you to be 100% available online.
Wow.
Because it needs you to be stable, it needs you to be 100% available when they need you online. And when you start having these network issues, the network challenges in Nigeria, I mean it really costed me all not every other reasons, every other explanations from that point fell on the deaf ears. So that's one of the major challenges. That's one of the major challenges we are facing in Nigeria: electricity problem, poor internet connection, and the other one.
Okay, so while we were talking about Nigeria having a bad name, and then somebody having a gig of $3,500, something came to my mind. You know, conventionally these days, when a young guy is driving a good car, and then dresses well and drives on the road, and then meets a police checkpoint, he is branded a Yahoo boy or a scammer. Meanwhile, there are people out there, young guys, tech guys who are making legit money online. So how do you address this issue personally?
Well, I think that's one of the struggles, one of the fights we have to pass through. If you can remember the NSAS 2020, you know, the NSAS 2020, where SaaS men can just see once you are fresh, once you are using iPhone, once you are using Rolex watch, once you smell nice, you wear designers, they'll just tell you like you're a fraudster, you're a young boy. But not knowing that there are so many skills, there are so many jobs that someone can do that can fetch him that kind of money. So not every job, not every fresh guy out there is a scam.
Exactly. Exactly my point.
So I think it's just an issue that we just have to keep addressing in Nigeria. It's a very big challenge to young guys out there.
Okay, now you have mentioned some tech skills one can indulge in to be able to get a move. You mentioned project management, design, copywriting, content writing, and all that. So if one is a novice right now and wants to be able to get those skills, what's your advice on how they can get it?
Well, a person just have to, first of all, you have to have the passion, you have to have the drive, because remote work is not something that can just wake up one morning and say you want to go into remote work. Because,
okay.
And you have to have a backup plan also. Because I can guarantee you that you can decide to go into remote work and 6 months after you started, you've not gotten a job. You've not gotten a job.
Okay, okay, that means it requires patience.
Yes, very important. Patience is the factor here. You have to it's required. And while waiting for the opportunity to strike, you have to keep improving. You have to keep developing yourself. You have to keep learning new things, learning new skills, and so on.
Taking new courses.
Taking new courses is very important, because those are the things that you keep building your CV with. I mean, there are so many free skills out there where you can just take. For example, we have some courses on LinkedIn. We have some courses on Coursera, and so many of them. So it's all, first of all, it's required to have that passion, to have that drive, and the world will be at your fingertips.
Okay, so apart from the laptop and workspace, which you mentioned are the basic and required tools for remote work, any other tool?
I would say this particular one is not necessarily a tool, but it's something that if you cultivate it in your remote work journey, it will benefit you a whole lot. Okay. So this is called time management skill. You have to be conscious of your time, because there are so many distractions while working from home. So many distractions, especially when you stay with friends, or when you stay with your immediate family. Okay. Even while staying alone, like personally, I stay alone, and I can assure you that there are some days where you just wake up and you will not feel like working. But
But
you have
but you need to
you
work.
have something that you have to do.
Okay.
So there are so many distractions, and then you just have to be conscious of your time. Conscious of your time. Time management skill is very important in this field.
Okay. So I would like you to share a personal experience about remote work in any perspective. Is there any experience you've had? You know, here we share stories. So what are your personal experience so that our audience can have a personal connection with you?
Personal experience.
Any experience, yes.
Personal experience is I think it dated back 2 years back.
Okay.
When I actually started freelancing 2016, 2017, but I was doing it on a very low key. But when I started fully, it was I think 2019 stroke 2020. That was when I delved into it full time. And then one of the mistakes I did while starting is not having finance, because you can agree with me that before you venture into a business, you have to have capital. And then first of all, I started with Upwork. There is this freelancing platform called Upwork where there is something called Connect that you have to buy, and you can only apply for jobs with that Connect. So, after you must have registered the first time, they'll give you free connects, and believe me, as a newbie, you just start applying for jobs without having a clear-cut direction of what you're doing.
Okay.
So I didn't know when I blew the whole connect. So
you didn't know that was your currency.
And then I was just applying both the ones I know and the ones I didn't know. So when the connect got finished, now the money to purchase new connect. I know for you to even buy this connect, most of these platforms, you have to convert your Naira to dollar for you to buy them. And you and I know what it takes to convert Naira to dollar. So I think then also another story is that there is this particular job I got. I was just applying both the ones I know and the one I just needed a job. So I got this particular job, and then I was scheduled for an interview, and my brother, I flopped for that interview.
Wow.
Because the kind of questions those guys were throwing at
White
me.
man.
My brother. They were just throwing me off balance. I wasn't prepared. The interview didn't really give me enough time to prepare.
Okay.
I got the person just asked me, do you have, one thing about this white guys is that they will always give you the opportunity, they will always give you the avenue to choose when you are free to go on the call with them.
Okay.
So because I was really desperate for the money, I just told them I'm available and just hoping they that's anxiety, that exuberance. So during the course of the interview, they asked me one or two things and I couldn't answer, and it was an embarrassment to myself. So I think that was when I started taking so many courses out there, enhancing myself and doing a lot of things for me to improve.
Okay,
so on. So
thank God I won't ask this question, because we have been talking about remote work, and then we've not talked about the interviews, then the places they can actually get this work. So just treat where they can actually apply for remote works, and then how to prepare for interviews.
Okay, I think I've mentioned about one of them, which is Upwork.
Okay.
Upwork is one of those freelancing platforms where you can just register. It's free. Just go on the Play Store, search for Upwork, register, and just take it off from there. Then also we have another one called Fiverr. Yes, I think Fiverr and Upwork shares some similarities, but one thing I do tell people is that one of the major differences between Fiverr and Upwork is that on Fiverr you have to publish your services, then clients will reach out to you.
Okay. That's on Fiverr.
Yes, on Fiverr. Then on Upwork, the clients will publish their services,
Then you reach
and
out
you really want to apply and reach out to them. So that's just one. Then another platform where I think people doesn't really know about this particular one is LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, okay.
There are so many opportunities.
Yeah, I know that one.
So many opportunities for LinkedIn. So I think Upwork, Fiverr, LinkedIn,
Okay.
and we have so many freelancing platforms, but these are just some of them that I can, for the benefit of time,
Okay.
yeah, I just point out to.
Okay. So about the interview, how to prepare?
Okay.
Is it like the regular interview or is there anything different?
No, I think the interviews on remote work is majorly done on Zoom.
Okay.
You know, interviews is done on Zoom. You guys can use Zoom. You can use Google Meet. You can use I think Zoom and Google Meet are the major platforms where you can just open and do the interview. So the interviews are being done virtually.
Okay. So what's your final advice to individuals out there, young men who would like to, hop into remote work?
Like I said, you have to have patience as a virtue.
Okay.
If really you want to succeed as a remote worker, you have to be patient and you have to pray. You have to pray to whichever God you believe. If you're a Christian, pray to your God, pray to your Jesus. If you're a Muslim, pray to Allah. And if you're an Indian, pray to, I don't know, whichever God. If you're a traditionalist, pray to your Abba or something. So I think, have patience, pray, and work. Put in the work, because there is a lot of you have to put in the work. You can't just depend on God and prayers and so on. You have to put in the work. You have to have the passion. You have to have the drive. You have to develop yourself. You have to learn as many things as possible, because you wouldn't know where your next job or how your next job will look like.
So it's good to be versatile.
Yes, you have to. Though you have to have a niche. You have to have a niche where you are very conversant with, where you are very good at. But it's also very important that you also have a knowledge of other fields. Okay. So it helps. So I think there's one of the days where I was having an interview with a client, and she was like, do you have the knowledge of SEO, search engine optimization? So I was like, even though I didn't know it, but I told her that I knew it. And thank God my internet connection was very active, that I have to just Google, just have an oversight of what SEO means, and just so I think just be versatile, know as many things as possible. It helps.
Okay, so one last question: comparing the traditional work and remote work, which would you choose and why?
Hey, this is a very tough question. A very tough question, because I think to me, 100% I would choose remote work. Because it allows you, it gives you the time to do whichever thing you want to do. It gives you the time, it gives you the opportunities. The opportunities are diverse, and I'm not trying to demean the traditional workspace, because that's also very, because you can also be combining the two of them. If you are a banker, for example, and you can also be a banker and also work virtually and also work remotely. Yes, but somebody like me that is into remote work, not that I don't have other things I do physically, but I think 75% of my time I'm inputting virtually. So I will always go by.
Okay, so how can you define? Because I know that many people would like to reach out to you for clarification and direction and all that. So how can we best reach you?
Okay, I think my Facebook, you can reach out to me through my Facebook Messenger, my Gmail. My Facebook is Chineze. Then also my email address is okezeprince@gmail.com. Just send a message and I'll be
Yeah.
there.
Okay. Thank you so much. This has been an insightful moment, and so we are grateful to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity to actually drink from your well of wisdom. Thank you so much, and we don't take it for granted.
Thank you.
So please, viewers out there, do well to subscribe, like, and then if you have any questions too, you can put it on the comment section. Thank you very much. Till come your way next time. Bye.